Welcome to Homeschool.com Product Reviews. My name is Rebecca Kokendorfer and I'm the Senior Editor of Homeschool.com. Today, just like Vanna White, I'm going to be reviewing the What Every Fourth Grader Should Know series. Now, this is an 8-book series. It starts out with preschool and it ends at 6th grade. Here's what I like about this series. First of all, it's very affordable. Think about it. For about $15 a book, you get a whole 4th grade curriculum for $15. Another great thing about this series is that the books are divided into sections. For example, they have literary arts, and the literary arts section is fantastic. Really interesting stories like Gulliver's Travels. And you're going to love these stories so much you may find yourself reading to the kids at nap time or reading these stories to them at night. The history section is also excellent. It starts out with world history and then it goes to U.S. history. Now, if you're in another country and you don't have an interest in U.S. history, you can just substitute in the history for your own area. So, if you're looking at this series, you may see the logo up here that this series comes from the Core Knowledge Group. So, Core. You may be thinking that name sounds familiar. I wonder if it has anything to do with the whole core curriculum movement. Yes, it does. Now, this book series was originally written in 1992, and when it was written, it was beloved. We all loved this book series. Almost every family had the whole 8-book set. But then, because it was so beloved, it kind of morphed into this big political movement, the whole core movement. So I don't want you to not take a look at this series just because you're not a fan of the core knowledge movement, because it is excellent. It gives you a lovely sequence, a big overview of curriculum, and it breaks it down into lovely little sections. Next, I want to show you how to apply the Homeschool.com learning formula to take this curriculum and take it from ordinary to extraordinary. Okay, how do you make learning extraordinary? First of all, you tie it to a person's interests, to your interests and to the children's interests. Look for that spark. When you're reading through the book and you see them get really excited about the dinosaurs, spend some time on the dinosaurs, because that's what they're really going to be excited about. That learning is going to be very meaningful to them. If you're reading the Japanese haiku and you get a spark about Japan, pause, go deeply into Japan. Maybe you wear a kimono at the table while you're serving teriyaki chicken and rice in a bowl with chopsticks. You have now found the spark, and the point two, you made it come alive by making it hands-on. So whenever you are looking through this curriculum, try to make the activities as hands-on as possible. Going to museums, doing art projects with your hands, doing science kits, putting maps up on the wall. Try to turn learning into a fun experience. The third part of the Homeschool.com extraordinary formula is to turn this learning into goals. When you see that your child is interested in dinosaurs, you turn that into a semester goal. What would you like to learn about dinosaurs this semester? What would you like to learn about history this semester? And you write it down. When you talk about math, you would talk to your child, depending on how old they are. Hey, right now you're here in math. Where do you think you can be in math by the end of this semester? And you write that down. What type of experiments do you want to do for science? What do you want to learn about in science? Here's an important thing for you to think about when you're setting goals. Grade level expectations are arbitrary. So now this curriculum series, they've tried to organize education for us. That's kind of the goal of every curriculum. They take the big picture and they try to make it doable for us. But most of the time, grade level expectations are unnecessary and they're arbitrary. Who says that you have to teach about Mother's Day in the 5th grade or learn about missions in the 4th grade? You learn about missions when one of your kids is excited about missions. That's what makes the learning memorable. So when you're looking at this series, it gives you a nice grade by grade curriculum flow that you are going to use to identify excited sparks, to turn into hands-on and to turn into semester by semester goals for your family. Here is how you can find out some more information about this excellent curriculum. Thanks for tuning in to Homeschool.com Reviews. We review the best of the best, and we tell you how to take that curriculum and make it extraordinary.